Yano, ya de hon sem no eba. Mame sha asem free Liverpool bobu kuni. At the time our club ebefa Liverpool bobu kuni. Obe build a formidable squad, a strong squad that we compete here England and Europe. Now club team no obese say no. Obenya a right back in the shape of Arnold. And Obenya a left back in the shape of Robertson. So 2 players we Arnold and Robertson. Ebeye key and important players at the club. Necessary. How was he born a ball? How was he attacking? And how was he do a muduma? Club team no say no. Arnold and Robertson 2 and 3 number boy you know. Nanya de kitwa. Obehwe the kind of numbers some them are leave of. See a bubble season away. Na Arnold or right back. Robertson or left back. Number of chances some create assist from them Liverpool team no. E can who be and them Liverpool for a year successful under club. Untimi ni sa 2 players we influence and fame free almost success story ni. Mena wo ka say Arnold o from junior side ne bae o free bobu kuni. Robertson amuko fa ni free Hull City etua £8 million. Also so the next 2 to 3 years Liverpool won't me rely on sa players we. So Arnold ne Robertson omo era no ye betima ka say abewe ye abro ma ye successful with Liverpool. Liverpool for say dream that into omo dream the new fullbacks are ombe use the next 2 to 3 years enkosi 5 years. Enya dey say Liverpool for say. And said you be anim no right back in the Liverpool awie. Amena o ka say Jeremy Frimpong here. Wa passing the medicals and then Liverpool for exchange documents with Liverpool's informer bibia. Jeremy Frimpong the Liverpool here omo activating €35 million. Jeremy Frimpong ebebo Liverpool team no as the right back. And it is somewhere where we had the Liverpool for near say Ken. Bomber for ne ya Liverpool for bid natum. Milos Kekes. Diebe we actually say Liverpool for ne bomber for ne ya we our mo ya Liverpool for bid natum. Na Liverpool for bid omidi kind of coin the first bid. £35 million plus add-ons 5. Na bomber for ne twetwe by a Liverpool for emiem kakra. Ewie ya no report e ba ne kire say e most likely say bomber for no ebeje Liverpool for bid natum. Na last week ana Liverpool mpanyimfo ekosi afali Ramadani. Say o ka super agents and I say agents are recently omuye adwuma pa na Fali Ramadani ka ho bi. So last week ana Fali Ramadani any Liverpool for shaye ana omuwie bibia boy ni nyaji tu mu Fali Ramadani enyaji tu ni agent fi obeje boy ni ba be sign contract to 2030 Ediama Liverpool team no waka yes. The reason why Milos Kekes Eji tu so bobo Liverpool ye say Real Madrid ne Man City no mo ba ho ni nyina no. It seems Liverpool for project no omo promising enough playing time. Brante no say Liverpool dey betima boa no. So as it stands now, personal terms is called Beji Liverpool any issue by a way. The good news ni say Brante friend say Milos Kekes bomb for no ya Liverpool for bid no dia two. Now the major reason why Liverpool for settle on this boy say Liverpool for omu data analyst any omu data room no omu see if it is Brante ni free AZ Alkmaar ebe PM or bomb English Premier League no 2 seasons ni wetimi adapt wetimi settle very well in the Premier League. Ni age ni very good for omu project or 21 years. So the next 5 to 6 years Akrebe to perform at the highest level. Ediama Liverpool. Ne style of play no effort slot the open. Yes, slot catch Liverpool for say open right back and left back. Omu pace, omu influence attack. Jeremy Frimpong inside the NE and Milos Kekes and inside the NE. Entini nyina ka ho na Liverpool for settle on this ball. So as it stands now, se bibia ansesa next season no Liverpool for right back. Ebeye Jeremy Frimpong, omu left back ebeye Milos Kekes. So start 2 players we and ebeye the new face Ediama Liverpool in terms of omu fullback area. And this sema ewo Liverpool camp. Last month anam de betu dwa say Manchester United de kosia Matheus Cunha no. En fa ho say Manchester United de struggle no. Matheus Cunha catch Manchester for say obebo Manchester team no. E ma last month me the sad story ni betu wenim. Na the other story na sa page biem enani ye say Manchester for mpanyimfo koye meeting no say Manchester United for omo use strategic purchases and omo use in transfers. There were different types of transfers. Your Galactico dear or you the future transfer, your tactical transfer or. But in the case of Manchester United, this season, you know, and after the new season, you know, Manchester United ever use the strategic purchases. The exchange now is say on be free coach, on be from accounts department, on be free brands departments, on be free every department in their transfer. So say departments ni na you okay. Na on bet me akọ for sa player na and on be jatum. So the ama Matheus Cunha de na sa page biem ni say after some Manchester United departments ni na akoye meeting no. Oma pass a branch and say obetimi akọ. Ade na eye problem kakra ni say na omo train the finance department of Manchester United as to say on betima approve say Manchester United betima tiska akọ na by enra the finance department of Manchester United Emma Penyinfo na approval say Manchester United sika sem no ebetima allow Manchester am ometima sen abranti we by ni papa will push for this deal for Manchester United aye Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim and the pushy kese pa for say abranti friend say Matheus Cunha eba be join Manchester now according to sources no you see Ruben Amorim or 3 major key reasons why I know see your pa abranti we one aye play or be fit ne system ne style of play on say Amorim bought 3 back we bought 2 number 6 2 number 10s that's the D6 D10 e won finfin ho na ohun Matheus Cunha say team now we see kind currently Wolves for no on the same system into obi a obababo sa number 10 row no behind the main striker Matheus Cunha effete sa style of play no so omo take sa de no and you see Ruben Amorim catch omo say apart from sa player no effete system no or sa obi obe add numbers to Manchester United next season and no kre say ofa branch friend say Matheus Cunha this season 15 goals 6 assists in the Premier League into ultimate numbers and on sa obi a oye versatile obenya sa versatility in that player Matheus Cunha 8 me as a striker and number 10 and a number 8 and to my pair friend say Ruben Amorim and a pushy for this deal say we am beboma abranti and also so join Manchester United because enra Manchester United so a departmental meeting e course no departments ni na pass Matheus Cunha say Manchester United dey betimi assign no me kopie mo Atletico Madrid for e kopie mo Milan na Atiko foko pie mo Milan no ana omde impenyimfo kodi nkomo na ne nyane ye say Atletico Madrid foko busa AC Milan say oma brantie na e friend Rafael Leao no ne ho nsem te sen na AC Milan for are you ready to sell Rafael Leao ana Milan for aka cha Atletico Madrid for say omo de omo mpre omo se so ombeton Rafael Leao by say Atletico Madrid for are you ready so ombeton Rafael Leao omo de omo da go the here ne say omo betu abrante no release clause 175 million euros and Atletico Madrid for see okay ate any ye ko bom penyimfo amane ne asaba so Atletico Madrid confirm akoye enquiries about Rafael Leao from AC Milan enye Atletico Madrid dey news combetimetua omuska because recently who petim ba ko otiska to players pa na enkofo adwen shedan ko ba Atletico Madrid for etiska kese pa check the amount of medical for Joao Felix edene baye 127.2 million euros na nyeska ketwa do say na installment by the end omutua says kan eskom medical for Julian Alvarez dey buy 75 million euros nyeska ketwa omukọ Monaco ekofa Thomas Lima 72 million euros enkofa ntiase recently Diego Costa 60 million euros from Chelsea to Atletico Madrid so say yen spend this canon Atletico Madrid for 8 million spending by Ken Rafael Leao to Atletico Madrid na Diego Simeone na ye coach a etwetwe maso kakra because one Diego Simeone obo two formation either so obo 4-4-2 no e be den for Rafael Leao 3 back and answer your born I just say Rafael Leao wing back e be den so say Diego Simeone na wo ho dia na Atletico Madrid for Rafael Leao no etwetwe maso because Rafael Leao e perform very well and therefore 4-3-3 how mu use a wide press system no operating from the left side so Atletico Madrid for catch AC Milan for say omo ko no masaba na ken story bi amati na ewia we no menim bia ma story we mem pese meka senye no kure no what say Liverpool ni Hurricane in sentem no boboba no Liverpool ni Hurricane amete story na am say debi Hurricane join Liverpool
Hurricane
and the ama story no media chire pani say nipa no breaki Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool Milos Kekes to Liverpool or breaking the last year December. Sani Panana be breaking story. Yes, so you insider with Liverpool.
So Hurricane the about Liverpool or more defended league.
Because where do you hear me?
As a season 7.
Because Anka Ekoye Obi Anka Meka say Obwa. By Nipano breaking Milos Kekes. Jeremy Frimpong o breaking in 2024 December. Sani Panana be breaking story your friend Ivan. Na story we nyame adumechi na metwetwem ediaba. Barcelona aka no ache Bayern for Barca'S.
So manenko.
Omuso manenko. Boy ni so say onko. Na onu se Bayern for omo ye mafia. Omo contact Abranti we. Anom ka chen say sa defensive midfield role no say Frankie de Jong say we your story no kra. Frankie de Jong e be number 1. Say Barca'S Mark Bernard so ba because at the time na Mark Bernard empire no kra na nka ebo. Enti now they won ka ho. Enti say na Frankie de Jong etna. Mark Bernard eba no. Antwe ya ba be the third choice. Enti bra Bayern nanka defensive midfield role no bebo.
No, only obeko.
Yes, boy, ni say the Bionko or J Barcelona project ni di. Ana Hansi Flick so aka che dey say Frankie de Jong, Mark Bernard and Casado no. There in terms of aggression, or you very combative you we.
That's about no money.
Oh, but I won't say onim how to managing the players no. Until we games we will bet me use so Bayern for no, Sadio no.
So a few transfers no assassin temper. Assassin breaky and so at the moment that was for Copen Tama, the World Cup in against Ravi. Anderson, Bremuka Kramami.
Okay. Transfers in 7 no the Etienne say Barcelona nkwada no. Say minim so we like Zibibia. It could be difficult to convince them. In any case, say individual be cry on Barcelona no. I will never advise him to go for Bayern Munich, to go to Bayern Munich. Sa number 6-1. Say Drobi ne shewo. Nkwada bi o matona be obi a emfa.
Na omunkra no omo teams for ma emfa.
Patch why mo?
Barcelona nkra. So be for bi mo de omo team ma.
Oh, send ya na dependent on individual basis.
Okay, Fabregas.
So no quantum
Cantara.
I hardly will you see these guys leave La Masia. On say, let me okay, so let me my main car must be. You see, Barcelona boys, no. Laporta, on what see group B. Amame for any papa for group. You go school no. Na PTA, Parent Teacher Association. Barcelona Hansi Flick buy no. Some quadano doors. You see, when you are controlling big stars, are you different? Who controlling quada? Also, you different. Now, they were finding ways of making your first one controlling quadano. One of the ideas they say, and they should form association outside the footballers. And now what Barcelona can? Barcelona say in our normal football and as a Ghana a balance like a PTA no. Barcelona or parents association who coaches need deals directly with the parents. Nkwadane papa na omo maame no. Omo your group they are very close to the team. Coach dealing direct with them. Able a place where we are stubborn. They go directly to the parents. Now, I mean, the reason why this is important. Some of the Barcelona games now saying, even in the Champions League, who took quiet, who say, if you are placed, you know, and 9 or minimum and papa no dietri. It's our group no. Say, Omo appoint say Pedri papa. Pedri papa na say, Omo be appoint no Fernando Gonzalez. Fernando Gonzalez no what da go pay. Mami ka some chill. Mami Samsung mamu reminded me. One say, and no how be video be and pay be video be say Pedri time of Barcelona for a J trophy ni wie no. Na Pedri ball penalty na ni papa chi no. Omo ye bi o Euros ni mu. Ya ritual omo ye nti say no. Se trophy bi aba Pedri e ball na ni papa chi no. Ni papa was a goalkeeper. No what I say. If they say ni papa Pedri papa and I in charge of some parent group no. Me ba trying to say wo. It is say if it's here this is what Barcelona intends to do. Nkwadaa ni nyinaa no Barcelona control omo via their parents. It will be a very difficult situation. Miss Aquada Beka say, me kwa Barcelona Beka say, yam penny Aquada Beko. Say, unlike clubs, Libya, so stars, say stars, they are normally what they do is that they control them via their girlfriends or their wives. And nothing I'm maybe England for better works. But some young Quada. To say Barcelona La Masia, don't do one yes, someone in La Masia fool. Don't do one majority of them here. La Masia guys that will use their parents to control them. I think say any bad. But they will be difficult for them to move. Ken, Mamen come in some. A Ballon d'Or no. Officially data Ballon thing. Now last year, Ballon d'Or no October. This year, you're in September. Nature say 1 month earlier. Now, I don't know what you think about whether the date is going to play a role or not. Now, dates, the money is important. Say, recency bias plays major role in data. You bebo and as your best events. Can't tell me. Ubetimi abobo pa during the season. But say beto aba. Na sa 1 month before abato no. Sa wo san. One ready a vote no ebeye based on who is performing within that period, And so Brony say recency bias. So it plays major role. Now, say beto aba no and say be events no September. It's you better start this season na August, September. It's just 1 month into the season. 1 month, Wow, bebo and obenya sa votes, no sa recency bias votes, within sa 1 month. So una obenya. I want you to see here. And they say Ballon d'Or, Mr. and October bio. Yeah, ba in September. Now, this leads me to this conversation. Can be Mason Greenwood, I idea or be quiet about it. One said Dembele is getting the numbers, but Greenwood, when you call Dembele numbers, you see people are very quiet about this incident. Dembele, he has been doing what this is now. Accept it. Okuta 21 French League and goals, but Mason Greenwood, weekend also said 21 goals. You see this boy, not even the English tablet. They are not even mentioning this guy.
Greenwood did you? But you are meaning says someone that's
Harriet. I am that's what
Harriet to be no one.
Oh, some that's so chimpana.
And so we don't know say Saudi see because this boy says Obama Jamaica.
They can with the England idea.
And Manchester United and man of Chrome Gina. And 77 could be tragic. So Omicron to men trophy beer. For the war from one the Papa be on your current. Almost the Sugus. Almost
I see him. Okay. Greenwood has been through difficult times. What's ne fear 1 year? Orbano. Or testing the minds of Hetafe, he performed well. After Hetafe, Wabama said last year myself for the 8th. Or the Marcel I bet also second. Marcel about Champions League. Top scorer in the French League. Ken Akwawi. He deserves a lot of mentioning, but very unfortunate to say among 4 money team. One other player I also want to highlight today. Ken, this season, number 8, Ben Abobo, HN Declan Rice.
Yeah, Rice. And I never comes there was what should go ahead? Why me go so?
I Nanzay or Hitibon. You see, this is what Arsenal in mobile. Arsenal performance now about for Minty. It looks like individual plays be over. We are failing to honor them.
Okay.
Can truth be told, Boa Declan Rice about this season. Saboni be said, even if Martin Odegaard had given Arsenal 80% of what Declan Rice gave Arsenal, and coming out so say Arsenal, Bob Renye say. See, say 8 now, Bono, and can not on for goals and can give the whole. I feel no the goals neighbor, but can not say attention neighbor Declan Rice about general play. should be told this guy only David Raya, 2 Arsenal players I will say boldly say this season on my performing much respect to them. Ken, Manchester City, my main KB problem I want to say, we cannot beat teams at a ball low block. You understand? Southampton ball wrong. City ball 72% of ball possession. Okay. You know Crystal Palace, you ball 78% of ball possession. You know Southampton game, the City ball 26 shots. And I know you know Crystal Palace, you ball 23 shots into 2 games. City about 49 shots on which they go. Haaland Jinem, Kevin De Bruyne Jinem, Savinho Jinem, Doku Jinem, Mamouche Obie. Okay. Problem is that we cannot break teams on low blocks. Interestingly, 2 teams in about 5 at the back. Almost City deep one. Now City are prepare ball unnecessarily, sir. Almost ball no normal City counter attack. No matter what City. Solution. Ken, solution they say. Pep Guardiola will have to tweak things. I mean, what things mean? They say, boys, ne talk about Jerry, no. Okay. Impact of Media City, no. It has not been much because weekendy I was watching Manchester City. Coach is a cover Yari, and your double pivot, your boy Bernardo Silva, and a Kevin De Bruyne. Meanwhile, my Pep Guardiola artistica koto Nico Gonzalez at the bench. Now I'm saying, oh, more bonibi, or Tony be here day. Pep say Kuzanov, and I know man Nico Raleigh bebo boni beans to Kuzanov in your boni bimbo. Kuzanov was Manchester City's best player before Yebabe dropping. No problem. We'll say, oh, back four and say 0% a year stable. Okay, yati. Then the next moment, Akanji buy ya wama Akanji. Wabebo boni be when Jina center back, Akanji could not 2. On way Mukrana and send a bond of form. What's some farmer neko 2? What happened to the statement that Pep Guardiola can say? Sir boys, no. Or person maintaining the back four. So today Pep Guardiola says this. The next morning, no one was sana no. Says hey, yeah, can I say it was Manchester City finds a way to beat Bournemouth. And yes, young come because I am imagining say, see, if City plays in the Europa Cup next season, City targets you will not get it.
But that's say your friend is your another bad news for City. For Wirtz, I'm pulling out area. Yeah, and just in Manchester City for Wirtz, free. Almost the whole package are too expensive. Almost a crown of the package in a year cotton or secure the Ben man you're kicking in a bomb fee and also to City actual.
And your moon got to Jagrelation.
Morgan Gates, why? City, this boy. And this is a City airport.
Came Pacho, Yempeno.
For Wirtz.
David became Mr. Yempeno.
Morgan.
Yempeno. David Mr. Kenny, Nidia Moa, Yempeno. Yempeno. Now, what is Kakoto Jagrel is over 100. Now, Sako Fuepa, we are serious, Kakro.
Just for Wirtz, you know. Since I buy a phone call, Mr. Package.
The Liverpool,
Liverpool. Since you buy Liverpool. Tight race, City out. Morgan Gibbs White, very good player.
Mr. Need you more. Yempeno.
Go for a job with Rodrigo Mingaway.
Yempeno.
Yena Miase, Sadiachi, and Yena lost in the tea food in us, said, oh, Jibber, with tea show. Can Mamma Shassi from Fibia, only call could you Manchester City. Nako Kuka said, City share teams on mobile low block at Manchester City bear. It has been a long-standing problem for teams that are mobile possessive football. The best way to get results from them is to defend and defend very well. And to be kaya in the days. Say Pep Guardiola Barcelona, Asia Manchester United, or share Manchester United with ease. Because that's Alex Ferguson in Nima the country as a coach Yakola Ketwawi. No Nico defend it, no Jaima Pep Guardiola Bobono. He felt Pep Guardiola trying coaching, he's too young. A baby has said that Barcelona way through. No, I said Manchester United said your pay. But Obesia Jose Mourinho Chelsea. A baby gave me baby no more complaining. Said Chelsea a packet bass and a wama born and a whole lot. But you baby no money resource now or Mutiano, no more the call. And the teams no more possessive football. like the Pep Guardiola type, the Barcelona type. At the team a total defense. And I'll bet media show now the results. And Oliver Glasner being an experienced manager, and him sad, you know, it will quite be fast on Manchester City. No, the results. And you're quite unfortunate. So City about this beautiful football, or about good football, or about possessing what dictated the pace of the game. But I we ask, you know, my Manchester City and results, not team no defending any results. But then again, you ask yourself, say, is this the first time at ABC our football? It happens. Maybe in the Champions League, Barcelona and Celtic. Barcelona bought as much as 89% of possession. Emma Celtic bought just 11. You are saying the Sabena Victor Wanyama more Celtic. You are saying no match at Barcelona 2-1. Now I found the end of the call. So at certain stages, you deploy a tactics or a system to get the needed results. And I know Oliver Glasner here. I am happy for him personally. A man at the point now there was so much pressure on him. Sir, Crystal Palace come over person who be done because I'm feel say the into the buy no on TV nya say adwuma nfa mo after winning the Europa Cup with Eintracht Frankfurt ni akwa forward as a manager and your results wey na here but he has transformed the Crystal Palace team and certain other players individually e team ni mo a omo ball no the man results so kudos to him getting Crystal Palace their first ever major trophy since the club I think that is something good for a manager. It is Oliver Glasner, and kudos to them. They have done very well. Ken, my two coaches be on a free club mo. Now I'm say I go back to the club. Now near man come kind for my and a lot of the time. So you see a coach be person go back to team of free mo, and as you see a team be a coach. But a person say go fan a bar. Now man for be question. The second coming the be ye, and I say any ye. In as much as said there have been a lot of coaches on Makwa, there are also a few ones on Mutu at the Amomo. A typical example, Job Heynckes. Job Heynckes free by Munich. He later got back. Or back in Yama kind of man to the extent, say, or the Bayern Munich Bobo Konoko J treble. Continental treble for that matter. And Yama Koye, and so Eddie Amano. You would just say Mourinho. The second coming was Chelsea. Now he said Daniel, but at least coming back over G League. Recently, Carlo Ancelotti into so Real Madrid. The second coming out of Real Madrid, things hasn't been bad except this season. Even with this season, Grampono, and yet that bad. And the Madrid expectation in the Wasro, and no Namana Kwaka. It's the unfound a lot of the coaches. I'm free club, no more sign back. Second coming. Other coaches almost why I never call you momo. In Komoya and Bidin United, Papa, and friend is Eric Ten Hag. Ken, there are reports are a free Netherlands neighbor. Say, yes, episode almost I go for Eric Ten Hag, and then a bias Bobo Kunim. Eric Ten Hag, about Manchester United, and Yama and Konkayan Famano. And I'm paying for Jana Coin, and all the free team in Koya. But at Ajax, Papa me here, Juma Levy and Mark, and Bobo Kunim. Before I acquire Ajax, now for 5 solid seasons, as big as Ajax is, no one to the Dutch era division, or Netherlands. Or call your Diomoko J. And you 2 league titles and so on. Any other domestic trophies, the Dutch Cup and the Adienin GGB Mahomo. Ken, after say Ajax edge Champions League, the last one in 1995, 96 almost signed call finals, 1997 and almost signed to call semi-finals. Since then, to get to the semi-final stage of the Champions League, now a problem. It's since 1997. For 22 solid years, Papa, your friend is Eric Ten Hag, and I signed to do a mobile call the Champions League semi-final in the year 2018-2019 season. Until he left a mark Ajax Bobo Kurimo. Now, they feel that things are not going right since he left. To get to that stage of the Champions League, about a problem. It's only few say, Senyama and Kwankane will be honum. As a year 1 year Jumaye, not a maybe a champ or before a team in Yama Koye de Maye. Aside these things, or build a young side and almost some win some football. About 185 matches. I will already be seeing him in all competitions. No, I shall around 504 goals. A free scoring team and or build the ma omo. It was my Kaisa Papani available. Omo person mo kofaneba. No babaya Juma de Maomo. A team as much say there are other coaches who come back to their former clubs. And Yaman Koye I feel say I say nim komono. Not a hard susu nyintum. Non conquer relanchen hon ewo. Na Juma na oye in the past. On take a cue from a Carlo Ancelotti no there. And a job Heynckes no there. Non come back, non conquer for Ajax club no. And Samson Fanya Juma so na you ye. So the omo no. Ken Kakebi on Barcelona. Play a friend on a year Frankie de Jong. One man and say Barca mpanyinfoɔ pɛ sɛ ɔmo renew and also ɔmo extend the aberante ne contract. But adeɛ baako aka ɛyɛ sika sɛ aberante ne nti ne wage so na on extend the contract na ɔnte na Barcelona. So we Frankie de Jong and I say me Frankie de Jong quickly meti aseɛ na ma extend the contract na ma te me wages so na ma te na Barcelona. Can a lot of the time so better say player prepare. Player anya fit, anya consistent. Availability aye problem. E dey ama player na. At the time will be a team ni be hia na am fa one quality okita no on the sidelines. Team need to be using him for nya results. E be ba abonte na team ni ba beton player no. E be ba na ye transfer list player no. E be ba na mpanifo person mu free team nim because the ye hia o de wa ye ye ntimi nya on fa o nya say plenty. But for a team like Barcelona, they decided to make it fit in the player Frankie de Jong. O prepare. Na Barca for you ready say, "Omo be sha Abrante na man want to because omo with the kind of quality Abrante any possess." A lot of times, coach I friend say Eric Ten Hag, try it. So be for Abrante and the number Manchester United. Anytime you be Kobiano. Na Barcelona person obe ja Abrante na man akọ. Even one injuries have Abrante no. They stuck with him. Looking at the quality of Mona who Abrante anymore. And for a team like Barcelona to do that, it tells the kind of trust. And like one reporter interview here 2 days ago, waka say Abrante no. Omo need omo who a lot of quality in the play. Omo you ready to omo be manako because Ora Barcelona ball no bona. He's their tempo setter, and he does it to perfection. Maybe Abesha Rafinha no, Obesha Lamine Yamal no. Omo man numbers, omo share goals. But Abrante no control game ni won feeling for whatever Barcelona no. One press resistant player, no matter pressure or man, they talk about the body feeling some Frankie de Jong or detected the pace of the game very well. Or not directed the Barcelona play. I won't feel you want team no. And such a player with this kind of quality, I only want to no. Born now all body was through the brain. Minim the NTS maneko. What's the project and I say you know. Now offer a new player. I did not basa omna mission. A friend or babe adapted. No what me about games. So both parties in new community, Nenko Yena Abrante and Tena because he's shown with a little time or year fit Barcelona no. So our quality or the Bobo Boko the king.